And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Saline Stadium for tonight's football game between the Bedford Kicking Mules and your Saline Hornets. At this time, we would like to welcome the Foundation for Saline Area Schools who are on the patio this evening. The Foundation will be welcoming their newest class of Hall of Fame members during halftime of tonight's game. Tonight, in the spirit of competition and cooperation, bands from each school will perform. The Saline Band will perform during pregame and halftime. The Bedford Band will perform postgame. And the two bands will combine for the playing of our national anthem. And now, let's meet the starting lineups. First, the offensive starters for the visiting Bedford Kicking Mules. On the offensive line, number 76, Jake Martin. Number 68, Zachary Davis. Number 67, Griffin Geiger. Number 59, Alex Salzman. Number 54, Cade Nelson. Starting at tight end, number 40, Wade Johnson. Starting at split end, number 28, Luke Orthy. At running back, number 24, Anthony Pizzanti. At running back, number 21, Cade Particone. At running back, number 16, Christian Brown. And starting at quarterback for Bedford, number 9, Austin Malbannon. The Kicking Mules are led by head coach Jeff Wood. And now, here are your Saline Hornets. And here are tonight's defensive starters for Saline. Starting on the defensive line, junior Zach Saban. And senior Jonah Ashby. Senior Adonis Gammo. And senior Brad Wazowski. Starting at linebacker, junior Alex Morrison. Junior Monty Green. And senior Connor Sterrick. Starting in the defensive backfield for Saline, junior Kyle Glendoy. Junior Noah Nelson. Senior Isaac Zandak. And senior MJ Griffin. Saline is led by head coach Joe Parkas, now in his seventh season with the Hornets.
Now, stand and join the combined Bedford and Saline marching band under the direction of co-commander Nick Fletcher. From out in America, playing with the Star Spangled Banner.
Saline won the toss and is elected to defer to the second half.
Yes, we missed the coin toss, so they must have deferred.
Yep, we did it earlier.
All right. That's what happens when you show up late for the games. And remember, if you're listening out there and you want to shoot us a text, we'll be happy to mention you on air. I know we've got listeners all over the state and also out of state. You know, we've got listeners down in Florida. We've got listeners out in Montana, California, Wisconsin. So, you know, we're glad to let everybody know that you're listening and mention you on the air. So don't forget to text us in. Only if you know my number, because I'm not going to be giving it out if I don't.
That could be bad.
Well, if I say something they don't like, they may give it a crack on us. Turner will be kicking off for Saline. Brown and Nagel back deep for Bedford. Turner's kick goes in the end zone for an automatic touchback, and that's where Bedford will take over on the 25-yard line, 1st and 10.
1st and 10, Bedford.
Got that confused. It was the 20-yard line. In college is the 25, and pros is the 25.
It's always keeps switching like every year too.
Yeah. Malenban in at quarterback, fades back, passes out the flat to 24. Pistani. That's something you don't see a lot out of Bedford. They are historically a running team. So if they come out swinging and passing, that's they're trying to catch Saline off guard in this game.
Oh yeah, especially I can recall many games back when I was still in high school when we took on Bedford. It was a different type of style. It wasn't a pass game. It was all about hard hitting and running fast. That's
right. They had a 3-year starter and a gentleman by the name of Kajawa, and he did all kinds of damage to Saline. Side handoff. Oh, he kept it. Quarterback kept it around end and carries it out to the 40-yard line. A pickup of 20. Be first down, Bedford.
It's one of those things about this type of game between Bedford and Saline. When you have Malband just decide to break off and go down the side, find an open hole, keeps the game alive, keeps you on your toes. It's going to be a special one.
It is, and this is good preparation because Saline, if they continue on their winning ways, they're going to see teams like this, especially in the playoffs. This is the type of offense that Canton likes to run as well. Inside handoff to number 16. Bulls his way up almost to midfield. Tackled by Connor Terry. That was Brown on the carry. Pickup of 9. With this offense, the quarterback, if he's good, can conceal the ball, and it's hard for the defense to get a true read on the ball. So that's where they just got to tackle everybody and sort it out later.
Absolutely.
2nd and 1 from the 49. Again, an inside handoff. Pickup of about 4, good enough for a first down. Again, that was Brown on the carry. And if you're watching at home or at one of the local restaurants broadcasts, you'll see the quarterback, he still keeps his hands on that ball. He'll read it and see where he's at. And if he thinks that his running back's going to be hit, he pulls it right back out and keeps it. As he did here, he pitched to the outside to 24, breaks the tackle, and he's off to the races. That's number 24. Pisani.
That's the Bedford Iron.
Yeah. And the defense will have to adjust to that. This is not what they've seen in the first 3 games. It's you can watch all the film you want and be prepared for it, but in the end, when it's live, it's different.
Absolutely.
Brad South will be on to attempt the extra point. Kick is blocked. MJ Griffin was the first one in there to block that. Bedford now takes that early lead 6-0 with 10:16 remaining in the first quarter. It's a little shock for the defense. They haven't given up many points the last 2 weeks, so this will definitely get their attention, but this is not unexpected. So, like I said, I expect a hard-hitting, fought contest, and I do believe Saline will come out on top.
Oh, absolutely. It'll be a big surprise. It falls down like 6 so quickly in the first quarter. The Saline team really isn't used to it the past couple years, I should say, but especially with that Polka mindset, we're going to grind this out until it's done. Don't worry about the first couple minutes.
Exactly. And the opposite is generally true. In all of our games this season, we've jumped on our opponent. We've got out to big leads. Last week, I think we got out 31-0 against Lincoln, and we even in our first game against Chippewa Valley scored on our first 3 possessions and put the other team on our heels. So this is how do we respond? Griffin and Arico back to receive the kick. They're up short, so they're not expecting a deep kickoff here. Now, Bedford, just like us, has been known for trickery on the kickoffs. They're not opposed to an onside kick. So, South kicks it. Arico back to catch it at about the 9. Gets a block from Griffin. Cuts it outside. Carries it over the 25 and almost to the 28-yard line. Decent return. And that's where Saline will take over. 1st and 10 from the 28, their own 28-yard line. So let's see who's out there at quarterback.
Yeah, that's the important question.
And it is our boss, so he is back. But must have healed up pretty good, and so we'll get see what he can do here. Inside handoff to Brendan Monday. Picks up about 5. Brings up 2nd and long 4, we'll say. MJ Griffin now into Wildcat. He keeps the ball, runs around in, is met by a host of tacklers, cuts it back up inside, and picks up a yard, a hard-fought yard.
Absolutely. That hard cut there at the last second, he just refused to go down.
Now, one thing I did notice on that play, it was great to see Noah Ayers, their center. He was bulldozed. Actually, he's our guard, but he matched up with number 55, their nose tackle, and drove him 7-8 yards down the field. So that's what enabled MJ to get a couple of yards. Again, Monday around the corner. Looks like he might be a yard or 2 short of about a yard short of the first down. Bring up 4th and 1. We'll see what Coach Polka has to do here. Looks like he's going for it early here in the game. Has supreme confidence in his defense. Okay, Monday again with a carry. Pulls his way forward over the 40 to the 42-yard line. First down, Saline. Blake Wingate in on the tackle for the kicking mules.
I think it's a little more than just confidence. Show off and just go ahead and bulldoze right through and get that first down.
Well, also also, I think you got to make sure that your offense stays on the field for a period of time, because it's a high-paced offense that Bedford runs. Monday is met in the backfield and dropped for about a 1-yard loss. It'll be second 11 from the 40-yard line. Harbaugh takes the snap, fakes it, pass over the middle, wide open to number 6, Brendan Murphy, and it's a race to the end zone. Touchdown, Brendan Murphy.
With nothing but open field ahead of him, Murphy just had a straight shot to that end zone. The Hornets an excellent chance to bring this game to a 7-6 lead.
With 7:52 remaining in the first quarter. That was missed coverage there. The safety vacated, thinking it was a run. He bought on the play fake, and there was nobody in the middle. No errors as the snapper for the extra point. Harbaugh the holder, Turner's the kicker. Kick is up. Kick is good. Saline takes the lead 7-6 with 7:52 remaining here in the first quarter. Is this the pace you expected, Patrick?
Oh, not at all. It's a different type of game, especially from what I've seen in the past. This is the type of bounce-back game that Saline's really looking to leave on their season resume, let's put it that way.
Exactly. And this, if they're able to pull this victory out tonight, which our expectations they will be, it puts them in great position for a run for another conference title. I think that'd be 6 in a row for Saline.
Oh, absolutely. And if I know anything about the coaching staff, I know Al Leslie coaches track, and they're at 8 in a row regional championships right now, and he wants another season run in football to make it to that playoff titles.
5 is nice, 6 is better.
Oh, yeah.
Turner again to kick. 16 and 24 back deep for, that's Brown, and Pisani back deep for Bedford.
Back to return, Christian Brown and Anthony Pisani.
Another good kick by Turner, and into the end zone for a touchback where Bedford will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. So let's see if the defense made any adjustments here after that first one. I'm sure they were looking at a few things, and they got to be disciplined. They've got to stay at home. They've got to keep that outside contained.
Absolutely.
To purchase your tickets for next home game, that's gofan.co, your guide to saving time. It says on the strip. For the next game, oh shoot. Oops. We pay you.
So Bedford comes into this game 1-2, but like you say, we've seen with the start, they're better than their record would indicate. Again, quarterback keeps, fakes the handoff, carries around end, bulls out over to the 27-yard line, tackled by Connor Terrick. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On the play. 2nd and 3.
They have a very mobile quarterback. And
absolutely.
So far, he's doing an excellent job of hiding the ball, making a good decision whether to keep it or hand it off.
And that's always a scary threat to any defensive line.
It is. Hands it off that time for no gain. Met by Adonis Gammo.
Christian Brown on the run.
Brown on the carry. Brings up 3rd and 3. Oh, they gave him This is where Saline may have to fire off the ball and try to disrupt the handoff here. And helmet comes off, but it does believe that Brown, who the ball carrier, got the necessary yardage for the first down. Under Michigan High School athletic rules, however, that if your helmet is off, you have to come out for a play. So it'll be 1st down Bedford from their own 31-yard line. it being warm tonight, I think we're going to see a lot of substitutions. I think it's going to be a hot night, and sun's still up and bright, so that's why it was important for the offense to have a drive, because we can't keep the defense out there all night. Pitch out to number 24, Pisani. He is met by MJ Griffin after Connor Terry slowed him up and MJ levels him. Pick up about 2, brings up 2nd and 8.
A hit like that by Griffin just shows you that he is the type of athlete who can be anywhere on the field and do any job you need him to do. Not only does it do that, but it gives the team a good boost. Shows them not getting past this line in the field.
Exactly. Fires them up completely. As we probably said on here a number of times, MJ is committed to play football next year at Temple. So, hand off to the back, Pisani. He's again met at the line of scrimmage.
Another helmet came off.
Yeah.
Number 90. Pisani on the run, tackled by number 90,
Jonah Ashby on the tackle for Saline. Brings up 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6 for Bedford.
Well, it was Carnicom who lost his helmet in that play.
All right. This is where interesting. Bedford hasn't been in a lot of long 3rd downs, 3rd and 6, about the longest they've had tonight. So I expect this to stay in the quarterback's hands unless he passes it. No. Handed off inside, and it was unsuccessful. Brown with the carry. Maybe he thought Saline was thinking the same way I was, and they would catch him off guard. They did not. So it brings up 4th and 2. Back deep for Saline is number 1, Colton Malinzak. Good snap. High kick. That's a dangerous kick, because it generally likes to hit Saline player. Malinzak feels it, saves a few more yards, and down at the 31-yard line.
And with that, you have Saline's first defensive stand against Bedford in this situation. And if I know them well, they're just going to keep rolling from there. One defensive stand after another. It's all about pumping them up, fire the kids up.
Exactly. And that's what it is. It's a very emotional squad. It always has been under Coach Palka. They feed off of each other. I think the defense fed off the fact that the offense was able to get that 4th down and keep the drive going, and so they wanted to do something for the offense and get them the ball back. Griffin in the backfield again at quarterback. Keeps the ball. Cuts it up inside, broke through and up over the 40 to 46-yard, 46-yard line. Nice run by Griffin.
Now, I coached track in the spring, and I've seen Griffin run on the track, but that is nothing compared to the explosive speed he shows out here on the football field.
Oh, no question. And on that cut, unbelievable. That's a great observation. Again, handoff to number 26, Brendan Monday. Got a couple of yards on that, being up 2nd and 8 at the 48-yard line. Joel Kamunga was leading blocker on that. Seemed to clear away, but they were able to slide by. Harbaugh back, take the snap. Hand off to Monday up inside. Cuts it up. Beautiful cut by Monday down to the 30-yard line. That was a gain of 22-yard line, 22 yards on that play. That's the ability of these backs. They, just like with MJ Griffin, Monday had great balance, was able to deke his defender and get an extra 12 yards out of it.
Oh, absolutely.
We got a visitor in the press box tonight. We got Superintendent Graydon here observing. Arbaugh takes the snap, hands it off to Monday, pulls his way forward for a pickup of about 2. Bring up 2nd and 8 from the 28-yard line.
Brings up 2nd down.
This is the first appearance by Hayden Scott in the backfield. He had a great game last week, so looking for big things for him again this week. 3 wide to the far side with Malinzak, Arico, and Griffin. Pass inside to number 6. Brendan Murphy almost broke it for another touchdown. Tackled by at the 9-yard line. Bring 1st and goal to go for Saline from the 9-yard line.
Talk about an absolute bullet in that pass. It's pinpoint accurate, right where he wanted it to go, giving enough leadway so he could just barrel his way forward.
Exactly. Arbaugh with Scott and Monday in the backfield. Hand off to Monday. Picks up about a yard. Brings up 2nd and 8. 2nd and goal from the 8.
2nd and goal from the 8-yard line.
The thing you notice about Saline is that they're running both sides of the line. They are not dominant left or right. They're spreading it out, and that's great. That means they're balanced. The defense can't cheat to one side, and that makes them tough to defend.
Oh, absolutely.
Arbaugh floats it in the corner for Griffin. One hand. Oh, beautiful attempt.
Almost had an OBJ flashback. Right.
Yes. I don't know if Odell has the same skills as MJ does, but
no,
you know,
not at all.
Exactly. Brings up 3rd and goal from the 8. Calling a timeout here. They had a little confusion getting the play called in, so Saline takes their first timeout. So it's been more of what we expected. I think the offense is really starting to click. I thought we might be a little slow with Arbaugh coming back because he hadn't played in the last 2 weeks, but he's now seemed to have his feet under him and looking good.
Absolutely. And like I said before, it's Bedford. It's the same team you faced many years in a row, and they're always kind of have the same rhythm. But they're always going to be kind of a surprise team. You can never really underestimate them when you line up against them on the field.
Oh, no, not at all. And the other thing you have to be aware of, and listen, I don't try to be pessimistic, but they are great at getting the ball out. They will cause turnovers. And so far tonight, Saline's done a great job protecting the football, and hopefully that'll continue. And if it does, because that's what Bedford's defense is predicated on. They need turnovers because, as you see this year, they're a little undersized. Usually Bedford comes in and they're one of the biggest teams we face, but they're a little undersized this year.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. 3rd and goal from the 8 with 1:31 remaining here in the first quarter. Murphy in motion. Fake the hand. Oh, hands off to Monday. Tries to beat around the corner. Cuts it up inside. Touchdown, but there is a flag on the play. Might have been a little holding on there, but let's hope not.
If not, Monday found a hole right to the end zone.
He did. He was very patient. Waited for his blockers. But I think they're going to call Murphy for holding. Yeah. It was Brendan Murphy. It's all right. We need a little adversity, see how we respond. So that'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 18-yard line. See what Coach Polka and his offensive squad can dial up here.
Nobody likes a penalty, but you can always like a little more of a challenge. Come at it a second time.
Yeah. Another timeout by Saline. So he dialed up a good touchdown play in the last one, so maybe he's got one from the 18-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
Head to SalineHornets.com to see articles, pictures, schedules, and much more. Or follow along on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Saline.Hornets.
Remember, we're back here again next week against Ann Arbor Skyline. Great opportunity to catch the squad live. Like I say, if you're at Mancino's or at Oscars tonight, listen to our broadcast. Once you finish with your dinner, come on over. Love to have you. Plenty of seats available. Beautiful night for football. And Saline's looking good so far. So let's see what Coach Palka's dialed up here. You got a Rico and Griffin to this side. Monday in the backfield. Griffin comes in motion. Harbaugh takes the snap. Looking for Griffin in the end zone. Touchdown. But apparently play was called dead.
Yeah, we got a flag on the field down here.
So we did dial up a couple of touchdown plays, but penalties have hurt us. Ball start on the offense. Now it'll be a 3rd and goal from the 23-yard line. So different formation now. 3 wide to the near side with the Rico, Malinzak, and Griffin. Monday in the backfield. Timeout Bedford. So with 1:18 remaining in the first quarter, it's 3rd and goal from the 23-yard line, and we've seen 2 touchdowns called back against Saline, and now Bedford's worried that a 3rd one will be forthcoming. It's so far I like the way the offense is moving. They've other than these penalties, they've shown a good combination of run and pass, and hope they continue it this evening.
Oh, absolutely. The big problem you see with a lot of different offenses all across the state and across the country and in the NFL is that you see offenses that are too set in one style. But here, Palka's got a good offense that's willing to change, willing to adapt to what's needed, and that's really important here, especially against Bedford.
Oh, definitely against Bedford, and like we've seen, we played this is our 4th team, and they all play a different style of football, so it's great that we can have that flexibility to do different things.
Oh, yeah.
So again, Harbaugh and back with Monday in the backfield, Griffin, Arico, and Malinzak out here to the near side. Malinzak comes in motion. Handoff to Brendan Monday, cuts it up inside to the 20-yard line, and likely we'll see a field goal attempt by J.T. Turner.
By number 30, Kobe McManaman.
It's 4th and goal from the 20. And it is J.T. Turner coming on to attempt what will be a 37-yard field goal. Arico's the holder. Noah Ayers is the long snapper. Kick is up. Kick is good. It was a line drive kick. It had plenty of leg, and it was good from 37-yard line. So that makes the score Saline 10, Bedford 6, with 34 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
Having a reliable kicker in that situation always kind of takes the edge off, especially.
Oh, and Saline has developed some of the best kickers in the state over the last 5-6 years. It's a huge advantage if you can get touchbacks on your kickoffs, if you can Turner might have mishit that just slightly because I don't think he wanted that line drive, but he had so much leg, not only to go through the uprights, it hit the building behind it like a rocket. So that is a huge, huge weapon and an advantage for Saline. They've been fairly strong, historically strong in the special teams department. Turner runs up to the kickoff. Oh, that looks like it's into the end zone again for another touchback. And Bedford will take over on their own 20-yard line, trailing 10-6 with 34 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. So anything you're looking for, Patrick, when the defense takes the field again? Are we hoping for a 3-and-out? What do you think after you've seen the first two defensive stands?
Well, I think with this one especially, it's going to be about keeping that momentum up. They had a very good stand last time, and now the Hornets are going to be out on that field to prove once again that they're going to stop Bedford, I'd say, within 15 yards.
I like it. I like the way you think. Again, the quarterback keeps it, cuts it up inside, met by Ashby. He wrestles him down, but not until he gains about 7 yards. Brings up 2nd and 3 from the 27-yard line.
2nd and 3.
But that proves how elusive Malaban can be, because Ashby had him, and he still was able to get a couple more yards after. And Ashby never lost him. He had him wrapped up the whole time.
Absolutely. Again,
Malaban keeps it, bowls his way forward over the 35-yard line to the 36, pick up a first down at the 36-yard line.
And that is the end of the first quarter.
That'll be the end of the first quarter with your score: Saline 10, Bedford 6. Any thoughts there on the first quarter?
Overall, I think it's a big first quarter, especially when you're facing off against Bedford. You got out a little slow, and they ended up scoring. But that's all right. You rebounded quickly. You collected yourself. You put it in the end zone, and then you put it through the uprights right after that to make sure that you're going to stay ahead in this football game. You're going to make sure you let Bedford know that this is your house.
Exactly.
You're not going to let them get away and score without you responding.
And as if we look across the field, Bedford brings a lot of fans. They brought their band. They got a big student section, but they also have a big group of parents coming. So they travel as well as anybody we face all season long. They know how big this rivalry is, and they're out here to support their team. So, like I said earlier, if you're finishing up dinner and you're wanting to come out, there's still seats available, and meet family and friends out here. There's the community is strong and proud. It is Chad Tough Night tonight here at the stadium. So don't forget to come on out and support your Hornets.
Absolutely.
So here we are at the start of the second quarter. See what Bedford has dialed up. Handoff inside. Looks like Brown.
Christian Brown on the run. Tackled by Zach Saban.
Saban on the tackle. Pick up a 4. Brings up 2nd and 6. I am impressed with Bedford's quarterback. He's done an excellent job so far tonight.
Not only that, but if you look at Brown, and wherever he gets the ball, his legs don't stop moving. He keeps pushing forward every single time.
He does churn. Pitch out to Pisani. Initial contact by number 94. Brad Wisniewski, cleaned up by number 36, Alex Morrison. They've been running away from Wisniewski tonight, and he chased that back from the backside. And Morrison, it's good to see him make a tackle also. Two of our better, strong defenders. It also looks like the defense is fairly fresh.
Oh, yeah.
So.
That's important, especially on the night like tonight. It's humid. It's a bit hot.
Exactly.
Make sure
3rd and 7. Pass intercepted by M.J. Griffin and tackled almost immediately, but Saline takes over at the 45-yard line, their own 45-yard line, first down Saline. I do believe that was a broken play.
Yeah.
He thought there was somebody there that wasn't there. He tried to make the best of it, but he underthrew a little bit. Griffin read it perfectly, was in front of the receiver and returned it 4 yards to our own 45-yard line, where Saline would take over 1st and 10 from their own 45.
There's another example of just starting to roll. Feel that momentum starting to build. Saline's right there. Griffin looks like he's playing catch with the Bedford quarterback at that point. He's ready to keep the offense moving towards the end zone.
That's exactly it. Pamunga in the backfield with Arbaugh. Joel's got good wheels. I'd like to see him carry the ball a little tonight. He's also a hard runner. Arbaugh back to pass. It's to Pamunga. Oh, just off his fingertip. That was going to be 6. So Omega is he's just an exciting football player. I'd love to see him out here.
Oh, yeah.
I think that play will be available later tonight as well. And it does appear that Bedford is creeping up in the box, and if nothing else, this is forcing this will open up the running game, because they're going to have to respect the pass, or we're going to beat them deep over the top all night. Arbaugh set to take the snap. There's a flag. I don't believe they got the play. Timeout before the play is up. So that's Saline's 3rd and final timeout with 10:23 remaining here in the first half. I think Coach Palka was a little nervous we weren't going to get that play off before the play clock expired. So he saved himself 5 yards, and they'll keep it at 2nd and 10 from the 45-yard line.
2nd and 10. Kind of wrestle up the Bedford defense a little bit, make sure they're kind of not ready for what's coming next.
Exactly.
It's not laid out on the field for them. Saline's ready to shake it up, make sure they're ready to go.
Oh, very much so. It's an exciting offense to watch, and the growth from the first week. People forget that our offense varsity for the first game of the season. You would never guess that now. They're clicking like a well-oiled machine, and it's just a great improvement over the and we didn't play bad in the first game. We lost to the number 3 rated team in the state by 5 points. So Monday in the backfield with Arbaugh. Arbaugh takes the snap, gives a little shoulder fake. Malinzak all by himself. Touchdown, Saline.
Wide open there. Like I said, another situation where Saline just ready to.
What a huge asset that is for Saline.
That's all you need. Get up tall, walk off the field, take care of yourself.
Exactly. Get a little hydration.
Little ice tonight. It'll be good to go.
Yeah. Some of the teams use pickle juice.
Oh.
Yeah. It helps, keeps it from being dehydrated. Nasty stuff, though.
Oh, yeah.
Again, handoff, or fake to handoff. No, they did hand it off to Brown. And he was met right at the line of scrimmage and driven back. It gave him about a half a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.5 on the 37-yard line. Morrison led a host of Saline tacklers. See if Bedford goes back to stuff that was working earlier for him. 24 carries the ball. Pisani. He picks up about 5, brings up 3rd and 4 from the 42-yard line.
That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Malabanan goes over, talks to his coach, gets the play, jogs back in, see what they've got dialed up. So far, since the first drive, it appears that Saline's ready for most everything that they've done.
Even better yet, you can see Griffin put his helmet back on. He's on the sideline, ready to hop back in the action.
Beautiful read by Wisniewski, and then cleaned up by number 59, Monty Green, and tackle for a loss, and that'll lead to a Bedford punt because it's 4th and 6 at their own 40-yard line. That was a beautiful play by Wisniewski. Read it perfectly, forced the quarterback to pitch the ball. This is exactly what he's supposed to do, cause that quarterback to make a decision, and Green was there to clean it up.
Absolutely.
Malinzak back to receive the kick. End over end. Malinzak catches it on the fly, cuts it up, carries it inside Bedford territory to the 49-yard line, and that's where Saline will take over. 1st and 10 from the Bedford 49. Colton Malinzak is fearless.
Absolutely.
He's the kind of football player you like to watch. He's exciting. They marked him out. He must have stepped out a little earlier so it's at midfield. Well, Griffin's back out on offense, so that's a good sign.
Good sign. Absolutely.
Rico to the near side, and Malinzak and Griffin to the far side. Hand off to Rico keeps it. Again, Murphy wide open over the middle. Same play. He scored a touchdown in the first quarter. They are not reading that play. Absolutely. And it's a beautiful thing.
Fantastic. Oh, love it. Same deal. Saline, they're rolling now.
Yeah.
Ready to keep going.
That's what we like. So that makes the score Saline 23, Bedford 6 with the extra point to come with 7 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. And they are rolling now. And for whatever reason, Bedford is not adjusting. They're leaving that middle open. It's been open so far the whole game. Turner to attempt the extra point. Arbaugh to hold, and Ayers to snap. Kick is up. Kick is good, and that makes the score Saline 24, Bedford 6 with 7 minutes remaining here in the first half. It's funny, just like we talked that Bedford's gone away from running wide.
Yeah.
They've also just not making the adjustment to keep a safety in the middle. They've either got to drop the linebacker back, or they've got to keep a safety in the middle, or it's obviously open all day long because they're so determined to stop the run, and they're giving up the big play.
Yeah. I think in this situation, it's up to Bedford to really either A, drastically change, or B, show a different force. Because you're in the situation where they just scored on you twice in the same exact manner. What are you going to do now?
Exactly. And you know, coaches can't wait to halftime.
Yeah.
They've got to make these adjustments right now, because if Saline scores one more time, this game's probably out of reach.
Yeah.
So Bedford has to make the adjustments on offense right now and try and put a score on the board. But the way our defense is playing, I don't think that's likely. Turner to kick, and it looks like it's in the end zone again. It is another touchback, and so Bedford will take over on its own 20-yard line. 1st and 10 with 7 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. And I don't wish for Bedford to have success.
No, never.
So it is a great response by our defense after that opening drive, and that's why I say it's just something they hadn't seen.
Yeah.
And so now they've made the adjustment, and then I think they're going to keep it rolling. And I also, like we said, I think we're going to see some especially in the second half, but might even see some new faces here in the first half and get some good, decent playing time for the younger players.
Now's the opportunity for them to shine and show what they can do.
Exactly.
Facing I'd say more of a legacy defense that is known for doing great things.
Yes. Now Bannon keeps the ball, swarmed under, loss of 1, bring up 2nd and 11 from the 19-yard line. Well, this is how you keep building your program, is that you get those kids experience, you get them playing, you get them in critical game situations early in a game, and you just build for your future, because everybody thought that Saline was going to be down this year, and so far that hasn't been the case.
Absolutely.
Mal Bannon keeps the ball, carries it out to about the 26-yard line, pick of 7, brings up 3rd and 4 from the 26-yard line, with 6:06 remaining here in the first half. This is a critical play for Bedford. Like I say, I think they need to keep this drive moving. I think their defense is tired. I think their defense is a little shell-shocked, and so the offense, just like our offense had to do it for our defense, they've got to pick it up. Now Bannon keeps the ball, carries it out over the 35 to the 36-yard line, good enough for a first down. And nobody's more happy about that than the defense for Bedford. They get another series of downs, and give them a little rest, and give their coach a chance to tell him what adjustments he needs to be made.
Yeah, and like we said earlier, it's not a cool night. It's humid. No. It's warm.
It is. Mal Bannon faked the pass, cuts it up inside, carries it to the 40-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and 6 from the 40. Connor Terrick in on the tackle. Connor's having a great game tonight. He's your senior leader, and clean it up there in the middle. And so far, Bedford's run a ton of plays after that first series right at him.
Oh, yeah.
Get the play in from the sideline, make a little adjustment. Now Bannon keeps the ball, gets it just short of the 45-yard line. Morrison in on the tackle, along with Connor Terrick. Bring up 3rd and 1 from the 45-yard line. And I think this is probably 4-down territory for Bedford. Just like Saline took a chance in the first quarter, I think Bedford needs to take this chance. I think they need to keep the ball and keep their defense off the field. Handoff inside to Brown. He bulls his way forward exactly like you said. He keeps those legs churning, and he got the first down. So Bedford has another first down at their own 47-yard line. Now it's a test for Saline. They've given up 2 first downs. What can we stop them here?
Yeah, you're looking to put up that last final defensive stand before the half, and if you can do it, you go into the locker room knowing, all right, it's time to roll. We get the ball in the second half. Let's show them what we got.
Exactly. Mal Bannon keeps the ball, picks up another 4-yard tackled by Connor Terrick. 2nd and 6 from the Saline 49-yard line. Forgot to snap the ball. That's always bad when everybody else knows what the snap count but the center. So it's a lonely place for the center whenever everybody else moves. So it'll be 2nd and 11 for Bedford. That's really their first penalty. So they're a good disciplined team. It's just that the center heard something different than everybody else, and that happens. It's part of the game.
Yeah.
Ooh, handoff. Mal Bannon pulls the ball back out. That's a beautiful play by the quarterback. he kept his hands on the ball. His running back got met right at the line of scrimmage. He was able to pull that ball back out and pick up 4 yards. That was just that's great play by the quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Brings up 3rd and 8 from their own 49-yard line.
With 2:30 remaining in the half, score still stands 24 for Saline, 6 for Bedford.
Quarterback kept the ball that one and probably should have handed it off. Zach Zabin in on the tackle, brings up 4th down. Let's see if they're going to punt with just about 2 minutes remaining here in the half. My guess is they may be running it down and taking a timeout. That's exactly what they're doing. Smart play by them. Don't give Saline a lot of time. If you're going to punt it, don't give them a lot of time. If you're going to go for it, don't give them a lot of time.
Absolutely. Especially when they've exploited you on the same exact play.
Exactly.
Twice in a row.
That's 100% correct. So that's what they do. They call a timeout with 1:38 remaining here in the first half, and we'll see what they do coming out of the timeout. But it's been an excellent first half for Saline thus far.
Oh yeah, everything about this first half just screams we're not only improvement, but we're ready to keep going. We haven't stopped or settled with where we are currently.
Yeah, and as we saw early on, there was a lot of excitement for this game. This is a big rival for us. This is a game that we always circle on the calendar, and you know they've responded well. They gave up that first touchdown, and they've responded well since then. And like you say, I think they're ready to keep moving forward.
Absolutely.
And this could be the springboard to a big year. So let's see what they are going to punt. But Saline's not buying it right now because they have nobody back to field the punt. Oh, Griffin's going to go back now. So.
Kyle Stinninger back to punt for Bedford. MJ receive.
That's part of the respect Saline has, because Bedford is, like I say, has pulled out a trick play or two. He kicked it away from Griffin. And the ball is down at the 26-yard line, where Saline will take over with 1:29 remaining here in the first half. What do you think, Patrick? Are they going to try that same play again, just see if it worked one more time?
I say why not? You're in a situation where you're ready to improve your stance right now, and if you have that wide open shot and they haven't changed it so far, go for it.
Bo Schembeckler and Woody Hayes always, they say, Coach, why do you keep running the same play over and over? We run it till they stop it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So Arbaugh still in at quarterback. Looks like Scott in the backfield with him. Trips here to the near side. Oh, handoff inside. So, it was Monday, not Scott. So pick up about 3. Bring up 2nd and 7. They may be setting up your play. They may be saying, hey, we'll run it, see what, suck them back inside, and then hit them over the top. Again, a handoff inside. Pickup of about 4. Brings up 3rd and 8. Monday on the carry at the 36-yard line with 50 seconds remaining. Let's see what they do here. If he runs it, then we know that he's satisfied with the first half, and gonna see what he can figure out, because they're not spending a lot of time. They're not in any hurry. And it is a handoff, but he breaks it through, picks up the first down with 18 seconds remaining here in the first half. Monday carries it out to the 42-yard line with 10 seconds remaining. I don't know if they'll run another play. It does not look like they will. So that'll be your score at halftime with Saline 24, Bedford 6. Great first half.
Oh, absolutely. Altogether, Saline just stood out and made sure that they were out there ready to play football, and they did an excellent job.
Exactly.
Now, with that said, folks, we're going to take a break during halftime. We will be back at the start of the second half.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Foundation for Saline Area Schools Hall of Fame Weekend, co-sponsored by R&D Plastics and F&H Lawn Service. Please direct your attention to the 50-yard line. Tomorrow night, the Foundation for Saline Area Schools will induct their 5th class of Hall of Fame members. We are happy to introduce them to you tonight. Superintendent of Schools Scott Wayne will present each individual with a duplicate of the plaque currently displayed on the Old National Wall of Fame at Saline High School in the Performing Arts Wing. The 2018 Hall of Fame inductees are Deb Button, an employee of Saline Area Schools from 1984 until her retirement in 2016. Deb made significant impacts in both special education and general education. Early on, Deb worked as a teacher consultant and as an inclusive education transition consultant, serving as an early leader in establishing and maintaining the high-quality inclusive education settings for students with special needs that Saline has become known for. In addition, Deb served as a middle school English, geography, elective teacher, a K-12 mentor, training coordinator, and ultimately as an AP U.S. history, world history, Russian history, and government teacher at Saline High School. Congratulations, Deb Button. Next, we have Michael Young. A 1985 graduate of Saline High School, Mike received his MD in 2002 and joined the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in 2005. At the CDC, he pursued a diverse public health career that involved investigating outbreaks of enteric diseases, respiratory illnesses, and healthcare-associated infections both nationally and globally. He has worked to improve patient safety in healthcare facilities and has implemented disease prevention strategies throughout the United States. Mike has had leadership roles in national public health emergencies, such as the 2005 Hurricane Katrina response, the 2009 influenza pandemic, and the 2014 Ebola outbreak, and the 2015 Zika outbreak. Congratulations, Michael Young. Next, David Johnson. An extremely talented and gifted educator, David taught a wide range of social studies and speech classes at both Saline Middle School and Saline High School during his 35-year career with Saline area schools. In recognition of his talents, David was a two-time recipient of the Southeastern Conference Outstanding Teacher Award in 1996 and 2003. He received the Optimist Educational Award in 2004 and was named as Michigan's James Madison Fellow in 2000. Beyond the classroom, David directed student musicals and talent shows, was the class advisor of 1986, and sponsored student government, Citizen League, SAD, Quiz Bowl, and Scouting Merit Badges. Congratulations, David Johnson. And next we have Betsy Morrow. A lifelong resident of Saline, Betsy started teaching at Houghton School in 1977. Over the span of 40 years, Betsy taught first grade at 4 different Saline area school elementaries. During her career, Betsy has served as a mentor for numerous new teachers, has been a teacher representative to the PTA, has written grants to support a variety of educational initiatives, and served on a variety of committees, including the Retirement and Recognition Committee, the Houghton School Career Awareness Day, and the Union School Playground Bill. Congratulations, Betsy Morrow. Sandy Nagle. Sandy and her husband Carol moved to Saline in 1980 and thus began a long and rewarding relationship with Saline area schools, where she served as a member of the Board of Education for 16 years. Sandy often served as either president or vice president, and during her tenure on the board, the Saline area schools became known nationally for their innovative and excellent education programs. Sandy was also a leader in fostering collaboration between the school district and other community entities, relationships that continue to benefit students and community members today. After her retirement from the Board of Education in 2006, the auditorium at Saline Middle School was named in her honor. Congratulations, Sandy Nagle. And Bob Phillips. A music teacher with Saline schools for 27 years, Bob is a leading educational author and composer, with the music from his books being performed by over 1 million students each year. In Saline, Bob built a strengths program with over 720 students that was a national model of excellence in both classical and alternative music. Bob's Saline groups have performed at national and state conferences. He founded the nationally renowned folk fiddling ensemble, Saline Fiddlers Philharmonic, which under his direction gained an international reputation while annually performing at more than 80 shows, including at the White House and at the Kennedy Center. His former students have played in professional orchestras throughout the United States. Congratulations, Bob Phillips. Next we have Ken Stearns. Ken collaborated with a number of Saline residents and in 1989 started the Saline Area Soccer Association. Shortly thereafter, Ken helped start the Saline High School soccer program in 1990, initially serving as the JV coach and later as the head coach. Ken's leadership and labor has benefited thousands of young people in the community of Saline throughout the years. Congratulations, Ken Stearns. And lastly, we have Sam Swartz. A 1999 graduate of Saline High School, Sam was a member of the Varsity Blues and earned 3 varsity letters in golf. After high school, Sam attended the University of Michigan, where he concentrated in marketing. Sam graduated from U of M in 1999 and was honored in 2004 when he was recognized by Ad Age magazine as the top 20-something in marketing. In 2010, Sam started his own business, Duke Cannon Supply Company, a brand that owns within the built and blends superior quality products with fun, humorous branding. Launched in 2011, Duke Cannon products are now sold in over 5,000 stores and generate 8 figures in annual sales, with 5% of net profits being donated to veterans' causes. Congratulations, Sam Swartz. These 8 outstanding individuals will be inducted during a formal ceremony tomorrow night here at Saline High School. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me once again in congratulating the Foundation for Saline Schools all-night class of 2018. The Chad Tuck Foundation would like to thank everyone for honoring not only Chad tonight, but all the kids and families who have had to fight pediatric cancer. Whether you are wearing Chad's favorite color orange or a superhero pink, we stay together in our common fight because this is bigger than a rivalry. Please consider joining the Chad Tuck Foundation at its 5th annual Run Tuck for Chad Tuck 5K and 1 mile fun run. This family-friendly event will be held here at North Stadium on Saturday, September 29th. Find out more at chadtuck.org. If you can't make the Run Tuck but would still like to help, there are volunteers coming through the stands with donation buckets. All donations will go toward pediatric brain cancer research. And as a final note, the Cars would like to thank the Saline community for its ongoing support. The foundation began because of this community surrounding a family in pain. Together we have raised over $5 million, and we are confident we are on a path to a cure. Enjoy the rest of your evening. We are all truly Chad Tuck.
Join the Chad Tuck Foundation on September 29th for the big annual family-friendly Run Tuck for Chad Tuck Hike and 1 mile fun run. Please join me in joining the tour.
Morrison's been a surprise running the ball back to
Oh yeah, big time. And we're back, folks, for the second half of the Saline Bedford varsity football game. Currently, Saline leads 24-6 and is receiving the ball in the second half.
MJ Griffin and Morrison back for Saline. Alex, we were just commenting during the break that he's been a pleasant surprise in the return game. He's really had some great returns, and that's great to see. Because he is only a junior.
Yeah.
Kick is up to Griffin. fields it at about the 6, brings it back up, cut it out inside, and over the 35 to the 36-yard line. Nice return for Griffin, about 30 yards. Saline will take over 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. Patrick, what do you expect here in the second half? What are you looking for?
Well, I'm thinking it's going to be similar to the first half. We're going to get the ball rolling a bit slowly here, but once it's going, we're not going to stop. See, that's what I really like about the Saline offense, because once you get that first play, get you that first down, it's like, all right, another first down is not that big of a deal. We're going for it. And they're going to keep going until they make the end zone.
Well, apparently there was a flag on the play on the 25-yard line against Saline. Illegal block in the back. It'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the file, so they'll be taking over 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. I think you're 100% correct, and I also believe that with this long field, it gives them an opportunity to do some different things, but a nice 85-yard drive to start the second half would be great. Empty backfield here to start the second half. Fumbled snap.
It's a flag
on the play. I imagine it's a procedure penalty. It is. We were not prepared for that. Harbaugh was looking over the sideline when the ball hit him in the head. Not really, but it's again, these are not customary mistakes we see from Saline, but you know, it's better to have them when you're up 24-6 than down 24-6.
Absolutely.
So now it'll be 1st and 15 from the 10-yard line. Harbaugh in the back field along with Brendan Monday.
You hear the Bedford stands lighting up too.
Oh, exactly. Monday keeps his hand to the ball, pulls it forward to about the 13-yard line, pick up a 3, brings up 2nd and 12. And this is how Saline ended the first half.
Yeah.
Just hand the ball off, methodical. Maybe that's what Coach Palka wants to work on.
Especially if you can open up your offense to be able to grind it out against a pretty good defensive line. You really open yourself up for a wide variety of games to come, especially.
Yes. Now, something we haven't seen this year, Saline made a complete shift. Shifted trips from the near side to the far side and going to make Bedford adjust. And all it was a decoy to run the ball. And again, Monday carries it out to the 20-yard line, marking down at the 19, where it'll be 3rd and 6 from the 19-yard line. I think he wanted to get that on film. I think that Coach Palka did that whole field shift just to give teams something to think about.
Yeah.
Third and 6 from the 19. Harbaugh back. Quick pass out in the flat. Oh, pass intended for Monday. A little bit behind him, but he should have probably pulled that in, and he probably had enough room for a first down, but it looks like Saline's probably going to have to punt here on their own 19. Brendan Cropsey back to punt for Saline. Parker back deep to return for Bedford. Cropsey, nice high, booming kick, fielded for fair catch back at the 41-yard line by Luke Carver. So let's see what the defense has.
Yeah.
They finished strong in the first half. Let's see if they carry that over here to the second half. Pick up the offense, who had a little glitch. Never recovered from that procedure penalty.
It's okay, though, because, I mean, you look at the big picture in the situation. It's a young team. It's a good learning situation. You're up by a lot. I wouldn't say it's okay to sacrifice a penalty, but at the same time, it's okay to have it then. You don't want to have it in the wrong situation, and that was the best situation you probably could have had it.
Exactly. Hand off to Pisani. Gammo in on the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At least we're seeing Bedford now running wide again. So Adonis Gammo was the tackler on that. They gave him a yard, so bring up 2nd and 9. And the reason we also want to see Bedford run because other teams will.
Yeah.
And so Saline has to get work in on that as well. Pile moves forward, pickup of about 5. It was Brown on the carry. Gammo again in on the tackle. Bring it up 3rd and 5. And again, this is the high-paced, quick offense that Bedford's known to run. Get right back up the line, be ready to go. Brown again, the ball carrier. Picks up about a yard, brings up 4th and 4.
Tackle made by Zach Saban.
Zaven in on the tackle. 4th and 4. Let's see what they do. They have not sent the punter out just yet. It looks like they're going to go for it.
It's a big situation there for Bedford.
Yeah, they're trying to get a spark here, just like Saline did in the first half. They're going to try and do it here. 4th and 4. Quarterback kept it, and he picks up the first down.
And some.
Yep. Picked up about 11 on that. Adonis Gammo in on the tackle. So, again, Bedford's trying to give their defense a boost. They stopped Saline on the first series, and so now they're going to try and reward them. This is a good test for our defense. Bedford has it in Saline territory at the 43-yard line. See if they can stiffen up. Malabanan hands the ball off to Bazzani. He cuts it up inside. And it's 21, I'm sorry. That was Cornicom, Cade Cornicom. That's one of his first carries of the night, and he's a nice quick run. Pick up down to the 18-yard line. So 24-yard carry on that play. Now the defense has got their back to the wall. Let's see what they do.
Yeah, Bedford's made like 2 back-to-back statement plays for the second half, and it's all up to the defense to see how they're going to respond.
Exactly. The ball carrier carries it down to the 14-yard line. That's Brown. Pick up of about 4. Brings up 2nd and 6. Zaven in on the tackle.
Pick up about 4. Make it 2nd and 6.
You can see there's a burst of energy here with Bedford. They're sprinting up the line. They don't have their hands on their hips like they did at the end of the first half.
Yeah.
Quarterback Austin Malabanan keeps the ball, keeps Morrison on the tagger, picks up about 2, brings it down to the 17-yard line. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the 13-yard line. So it'll bring up 3rd and 5. My guess is 4-down territory. After the extra point was blocked, I'm not thinking they were thinking field goal at all here.
No.
Brown gets the handoff, carries it down inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. That was a big hole there. So it'll be 1st and goal at the 3, tackled by Connor Terrick on that play. So this is similar to the first drive of the game.
They have that new game energy once again. Now it's up to them to maintain it through the rest of the half.
Right. Let's see if the defense can hold them out. See if they can. They're getting beat off the snap. Now Bannon keeps the ball. Oh, it was Brown. So 2nd and goal from the 3. No gain on the play. That's a good first one on the goal. So let's see if we have 2 more. Pisani on the carry. He might have picked up a yard. He did. Brings a 3rd and goal from about the 1.5 yard line. Their stiff defense is stiffening up.
Yeah.
Now, if Malbannon keeps that ball and runs it around in, we'll see. That might be a play I'd call, but see if Saline can stay home. But they're pounding up the middle right now, so we'll see.
Yeah. I feel like that's the predictable call. You look for the big switch up,
but they're real tight in there.
Yeah.
Brown. Touchdown, Christian Brown. Again, he just kept his leg churning, just like you noted in the first half, and he got in there.
Look, you can see it in a lot of running backs out there. The better ones, they just don't stop. Even they're on the ground, they're moving.
Exactly. So see how they do on this extra point attempt. If they are going to go for 2, if they're going to kick it again. Looks like they're going to go for 2.
Yeah. I mean, you're in a situation where you're now down 24-12. It's another statement play. This entire opening drive has been statement play after statement play.
Yep, exactly. There's the quarterback, rolls out.
24.
Oh, great defense there. Looks by Connor Tarrick tipped it. So he makes the score Saline 24, Bedford 12 with 4:36 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. So let's see how the offense responds.
Absolutely.
They just announced the 50-50 winner here. It was over $500. That's another thing for those fans who are thinking about coming out to catch one of these games live. You have an opportunity to help the Saline athletic department and might win $500+ dollars.
Absolutely.
So, and remember, we are back here next week against Skyline. So they are currently 2-1 in the red division, tied with Monroe, game behind Saline, and so if we hold serve tonight and they hold serve, that would be an opportunity for them to tie us for first place in the conference.
Monroe's one of those teams where they're quick. They've always had some speed.
Oh, they do. They do. So we've got Trevor Rico and MJ Griffin back. South to kick for Bedford. We're going to see if the heat's, because this at halftime went outside and it was still fairly humid out here. So we're going to see if that is an impact here as we carry on towards the end of the game. Kick is up, good kick. Rico fields it, back at the 5, over the, oh, he's got a nice seam.
Oh, another one.
And there he goes over it. Rico makes a beautiful, beautiful return. Trevor Rico just really split the seam, made 2 nice moves, and carries it inside the 45 to the 43-yard line, where Saline will take over 1st and 10 from the 43.
I was gonna make the comment earlier about Rico, but when I did play-by-play for basketball in the winter, he was the most energetic guy on the court, and I didn't see very much of the first half, but there it was. There was that same energy. He just found hole after hole and pushed his way all the way to the 40.
Well, you know, Saline's blessed to have a lot of coaches' sons here in our program, and for those of you who don't know, Trevor's mother is the basketball coach for the University of Michigan women's basketball team. So they learned that from their parents, I assume. Harbaugh back in at quarterback, hands off to Munt. Oh, keeps the pass, completed over the middle to Colton Malinzak. Again, he makes those tough catches, those big plays. He's there. He's a clutch receiver.
Absolutely. There's another bullet of a shot there.
Oh, Arbaugh just hummed it in there.
Oh, yeah.
So it'll be first down Saline at the 29-yard line. This would be a good and quick response to Bedford's drive and score. Again, a pass. Oh. Again, a procedure penalty on Saline. This is very uncharacteristic of Saline. Something, I don't know what it is, maybe the excitement of the game or something, but that's just an uncharacteristic mistake that we don't generally see from the Hornets. So we'll bring up first and 15 from the 34-yard line. I did like, however, that they were passing again. So,
yeah,
again, mixing it up. They'd run it a lot. Now putting the ball in the air. Hand off to Mundy, carries around in, got a couple of blockers out there, cuts it up inside. Oh, pushed out of bounds. Just inside the 25 to the 23-yard line, where it'll be second and 5 from the 23-yard line. Nice run by Mundy.
Absolutely, finding at least 3 different holes on his run down.
He had great vision on that, and that's with a great running back. He has vision, sees where his creases are. Handed back off to him again. Met in the backfield by number 44 and driven back. He was trying to be patient for his blockers, but he was caught by the backside. Cage Dye on the tackle. Brings up third and 5. Actually, that was Scott on the carry. Arbaugh back to pass. Quick pass over the middle. Oh, just off the hands of Brendan Murphy. Would have been his 3rd touchdown of the evening. Brings up 4th and 5 with 3:02 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Decision time for Coach Polka. Does he try to go with the 3 points, or does he keep the drive alive and try to go for a first down? Turner is not running out on the field just yet, so it appears that they're going for it. Not a big risk here. They're deep in their own territory. Probably an excellent place to try it.
I think it's one of those situations, too, where you're looking to keep the younger guys on the field to make sure that you don't have to bring out your veteran guys down the road.
Yep. Pass over the middle to Murphy, and he just pulls his way over and in for his 3rd touchdown of the evening. He just was physically dominant over his defender.
Nothing says get out of my way like pushing the guy to the ground and running straight into the end zone. What a play.
That defender is going to have nightmares about that play for a long time. His buddies may be ragging on him on Monday at school. But beautiful play by Brendan Murphy, and for his 3rd touchdown. And again, Arbaugh zipped it right in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And no hesitation. There was no fear. There was nothing. And that's what you like to see. And it was a great response for Saline after Bedford's touchdown. Again, Noah Ayers on to snap, Arbaugh to hold, and Turner will attempt to kick. Appears that Saline was flagged for an unsportsmanlike conduct. My guess is they did something with the football after they scored, and that'll draw your flag relatively quickly. Turner on again to attempt the extra point. Kick is up. kick is good, and that makes the score Saline 31, Bedford 12, with 2:54 remaining here in the third quarter.
What can I say? It's a repeat of the first half. It's a quick answer to a Bedford score.
It is. And you know, with these penalties and things, it gives, there are game things to work on, but this is stuff that coaches, just drive coaches crazy, unnecessary penalties.
Yeah.
So I imagine the coaches will be addressing this week in practice, because while it may not hurt us today, we cannot afford those type of penalties as we move forward.
Absolutely. Especially if you're looking to take a young team into the playoffs once again, you cannot sacrifice little things.
No. So Saline will be kicking off from their own 25-yard line. Now Turner has a big leg.
Oh yeah.
So let's see what they do. Brown and Pisani are back deep for Bedford. This may be their first attempt to run one back. Let's see how it goes. Turner's got a big leg, but I don't think he can make up that extra 15 yards. He gives it a run, though. Fielded at about the 20-yard line, and Pisani is on a fly, and he flies over the tackler and lands at about the 40-yard line, where it'll be first down Bedford at their own 41-yard line. So he had a full head of steam. That's the problem with those penalties, is the defenders can get moving.
Oh yeah.
And there is a Bedford player down on the field.
Yeah, hit hard.
Injured player for Bedford is number 32, Brody Sakovitz. Looks like he might have just got a little wind knocked out of him. Like you said, he got hit hard, and that's so that's the thing in these games. It's a hard-hitting game. Nobody's quitting. There's 2:48 remaining, and they're out there popping. So, but Saline is back up by 19 now, or up by 19 now, and so let's see if the defense can respond to the offense getting that score back. And nobody's left. I mean, that's the other beautiful thing. So if you do choose to come out and join us, I mean, there's a band show after the game, but it's it's a great crowd and people stay. What better to do on a Friday night and come out and support the whole local high school football team.
Oh, absolutely. The community is Saline's Chinese factory, I could put out there.
Yes. And, like we say, I mean, we're blessed to have the broadcast over at Mancino's and Oscar, our local merchants, supporting this team and having the broadcast on for those of you who can't make it or want to, So that's that, and they're great supporters of our program. Mancino's provides us with pizza up here in the box, so we always appreciate that. Here we go. Bedford first and 10 at their own their own 41-yard line. Gambo Malbannon is met in the backfield by Adonis Gambo, and no gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. It looks like Saline might have made an adjustment, just like they did in the first half, so let's see. Now Bannon keeps the ball. Wisniewski on the tackle, pick up of about 4, brings up 3rd and 6.
Pick up 4, brings up 3rd and 6. Ball's on the 43-yard line.
Wisniewski had responsibility for the quarterback, so he was either going to have to pitch it or he met Brad, and there's a flag on the play, so something.
Yeah.
Again, procedure penalty against Bedford. Only their second penalty of the night. Bring up 3rd and 11. Must have been a false start. Didn't hear who, but this is where Saline can get the ball back for their defense in a decent field position.
Oh yeah.
Some new personnel coming in. Number 35 hasn't seen a ton of action. He's out to the short side. Timeout, Bedford.
And just like that, you kind of see Bedford's kind of dug themselves a little rut. First with that little penalty, they're backed up now, and quick timeout. They got to reassess the situation, but in that same time, Falk is going to go down with his squad down there, and he's going to say, "Hey, here's how we're going to counter it."
Oh, exactly.
We got him figured out.
Well, and that's the truth. If we can get the ball back right here, I think that it really creates a tremendous problem for Bedford, because that leaves it about the 4th quarter to pick up 3 scores.
Yeah.
And they have to at least make one of the extra points, which they haven't been successful yet this year. Or I mean this game. So we've had some other successes on the sports front this year. I just saw that women's field hockey team remained undefeated, beating Farmington Hills Mercy over yesterday 7-0, led by Hannah Jarvie, the Michigan State commit. Had 3 goals. Saline's suffered 1 tie this year, but all the rest have been victories, and they're playing in Division I, so hoping for a long run with that. Mallon back, complete. Oh, ball tipped and intercepted. Connor Terry picks it off.
Another big play with a quick counter to Bedford's actions right there.
Right. So Saline gets the ball back exactly where Bedford started at their own fort. So Saline's at the Bedford 40-yard line, 1st and 10. Let's see if they bring in some new players now. This might really see some wholesale changes coming in there. Arbaugh still in at quarterback, and that's probably to be expected, having missed a couple of games.
Yeah.
You have both Scott and Monday in the backfield. Grant Sitterly out at right receiver, along with Trevor Rico. Looks like we have another procedure penalty, a false start on Saline. That's about the 5th one tonight.
Yeah, that's really unusual from normal stride.
It is. My guess is that during practice this week, we may be lining up and just snapping the ball.
Yeah.
And see if we jump. Especially if it's hot. We'll stand over there and see how long it takes. Handoff inside to Monday. Gets it back just about 6 yards. And so bring up 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. So he got back the penalty and an additional yard on top of it. See the student section out here celebrating or supporting Chad Tuff orange tonight. You got a lot of Chad Tuff shirts in the crowd, raising money tonight. Cheerleaders were out with jars collecting money, so that's a great cause. Trips to the far side. Hand off to Scott on the inside, cuts it back in. He probably picked up about a yard. Brings up 3rd and 8. Remember, the Run Tough for Chad Tuff run is next week here in Saline on the 29th. Or is that 2 weeks? 2 weeks from now. So great cause. It's the 5th year of it. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter.
With that said, after 3, Saline leads 31 to Bedford's 12, and a very dominant performance, especially there in the last minute. Gaining possession, that wasn't expected.
Exactly.
Quick play and a quick mind. Saline now has the ball.
Well, you know, it's funny. We had talked about earlier about turnovers, and so far we're the only ones that have been able to get the turnovers, which is a huge advantage.
Oh, yeah.
So, what are you looking forward as Saline comes in the fourth quarter? Anything special you want to see?
I think it's time for I think it's the young guys. It's their turn. The veterans, they've really stepped up. They've put everything forward. They've made sure they've gotten this big lead, but now it's the young guys who are going to start putting in different guys. I think, honestly, Arbaugh's going to stay in. Like you said earlier, you talked about that experience after an injury, but I think he's going to stay in there. He's going to lead the young guys on to give them that experience against a formerly formidable team, let's put it that way. Tonight, they're not their best, but Bedford is not a team that you mess around with.
No, it is not. Because as we've seen, they can score fairly quickly.
Oh, yeah.
So 2 here to the near side of Rico and Malinzak. Arbaugh rolls to the side. He had Malinzak, but he bounced a little bit. I think he had a little pressure in his face. So it's 4th and 8. Looks like they may go for it. Nope. No, they're gonna punt it, pin them deep.
Yeah.
That's probably a good idea. They announced the Monroe Skyline score. Right now, Monroe's all over Skyline, so they'll be angry when they come here next week. And Lincoln, who we handled quite easily last week, is up on Chelsea here in the second half. So Chelsea was undefeated. So beautiful punt by Cropsey. Takes a horrible pounce, but it was a beautiful one. Did exactly what he wanted. We just couldn't get down and field it. Again, that's good practice also. I imagine in practice that'll be another thing. The gunner's got to get down there because he lofted that fairly high.
Yeah.
It hit right around the 3-yard line, and we got to get there and down that ball to reward him for his efforts. So Bedford will take over on their own 20-yard line. 11:49 remaining in the game, trailing 31-12. We do see some new bodies in on defense. And I think that'll be, you're going to see more and more of that tonight as the game progresses. Quarterback keeps the ball, picks up about a yard with Snusky in on the carry. Now Vannon is just, he's been a workhorse on him and Brown and a little bit of Pisani, but they have carried the bulk of the load for Bedford tonight. We got Baldus in on defense, giving some other guys a blow. We've got Andy Clark in at linebacker. Brown in on the carry, met by Morrison and Clark. That's good to see Clark get some action, the senior. Brings up 3rd and 5. See what they do here. I don't believe this is for a pitch to the outside to 21. Nice play. Nice play. Might have to measure that. Wisniewski and Morrison in on that. That's an exciting 20. It's only his second time touching the ball, but boy, Cornicum just really, he had the big run in the first. It's 4th and inches. Let's see if the defense can stiffen here. They didn't wait for anything, and just moved it. Probably might have been close to a false start, but Saline's got to be ready for that. It's the second time they've done it. So it's 1st and 10 on their own 34-yard line. 9:47 remaining here in the first half. Hand off to Brown. Oh, Brown again, and he just keeps those legs churning. Got another 10 yards out to the 45-yard line, moving the chains. That Brown's a tough runner.
Oh, yeah.
Him and Mal Bannon have really impressed me tonight. And for the limited time with Cornicum, he's been exciting as well. Pitch to Bazzani, chased down by, Wisniewski almost had him in the backfield, but again, there's no quit in these Bedford running backs.
Yeah. There's another situation we're seeing them make just first down play after first down play.
Yeah.
And it's important for the young guys now, the newer guys who run on defense, to really respond to that and show that they're ready to fight
Exactly.
for the position. But if you let the other guy run all over you, then you're kind of in a pickle there, I could say.
Yes. But you notice they went to the wide side again.
Yep.
Quarterback keeps it. Picks up about 4. Brings Morrison in on the tackle. Be 2nd and 6 from the 40-yard line. With 8:35 remaining here in the football game. Ooh, big hole. Brown in on the carry, tackled by Connor Terrick and MJ Griffin, but not before Brown gets another first down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Hand off to Brown again. Bulls his way forward, dragging a defender. Number 13, Kyle Greenwood. But not before he moves the chains again.
Yeah.
It's the second drive of this half that Bedford's done it. We talked about the heat. I wonder if Saline's the one getting a little tired, because they look a little tired right now. Yes, they had some young guys in there, but that should have been from fresh legs. See if they can stiffen up here. Morrison meets him in the backfield and drives him back. Morrison got tired of that.
Oh, yeah.
And number 90 on that, Jonah Ashby. So Morrison stopped him, and Ashby helped clean it up. Brings up 2nd and 10 from the 13-yard line. That was a nice, Morrison chopped the gap on that, had him in the backfield, and that was a beautiful play. Guessed right on that play. And he got, he had him again and let it slip by. Morrison's flying in the backfield right now. It's just but again, they're hard runners for Bedford.
And as a Saline grad, I don't like to say very nice things about Bedford. But honestly, Brown,
they're working hard.
He's working very hard.
You can't fault a kid who's working hard.
Yeah.
So it brings up 3rd and 5 from the 7-yard line. Brown carries it in. Looks like, marks him down at the 1-yard line. It would be 1st and goal to go for the 1 with 6:29 remaining here in the game. Connor Terrick in on the tackle. Brown is stuffed in the backfield. Anytime a running back turns his back to the line of scrimmage, it's generally not good for him.
Oh, yeah.
Alex Morrison, I tell you, Morrison's actually having a great defensive series here. He unfortunately hasn't getting much help so far, but he's playing well. But kids are not playing bad. We're up by 19. Hand off again. They signal a touchdown. Brown in on the carry. So with 5:37 remaining in the game, that brings the score Saline 31, Bedford 18 with the extra point coming.
Once again, there's Brown.
Yep.
Carried it all the way down the field there. And it's a fantastic runner.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got over 100 yards tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me. Mel Bannon's got over 100 yards rushing tonight. Going to try an extra point again. South kicks it. Just missed. Kick is good. We just missed the block. Griffin almost had his second one of the night. So Saline's up by 12 with 5:37 remaining, 31-19. So what you want to see is what, Patrick?
Well, I'd say it's going to be the same story again. I mean, they've responded to every score almost immediately after, and they've responded very strongly. And this is going to be the exact same situation. Saline needs to come out with the younger guys and make a defiant move towards their end zone.
And try and never give Bedford the ball back.
Oh, yeah.
See if they can't turn up at least 5:30 of the 5:37 remaining in the game. Rico and Griffin back deep for Saline, but Saline's expecting an onside kick. They got their hands team out there. Bedford does, how they do it. I think they've got a Saline's trying to, they're backing off a little bit. Still wouldn't surprise me if Saline's gone back to a traditional return. And it is a squib kick. And there's a scrum for the ball. I was surprised Saline backed off.
Yeah.
And Bedford's got it.
Take it right back up.
Yeah.
All right, take everything I said and change it. You got to make sure you get the ball first.
Yep. Bringing the starting defense back out. So, going to stiffen up here. Bedford can make this interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, throw the records out the window. This is a rivalry game. It's always a hard-fought game. Bedford's not quitting. They won't quit.
Oh, yeah.
And they have a chance to bring it within one score right here if they can make a drive. Their biggest enemy, the clock.
Absolutely.
But I expect the Saline to respond to this challenge. Quarterback back to pass.
Good pass.
Oh, hit the defender in the back and almost caught by Harrison Hill on the rebound. Brings up 2nd and 10 for Bedford. Only took 7 seconds off the clock, so no harm done for them. Because again, they need to milk the clock as best they can. They do still have 2 timeouts remaining. And they will need at least 2 more scores.
And both sides seem pretty fresh still.
Yes, they do. Pitch out to Pisani, met in the backfield by number 91, and then a post by Zach Zabin. That was a nice play, nice pursuit by Zabin. He slowed him up, and then everybody else cleaned it up. So 3rd and 9 from the 48-yard line. And this is definitely 4-down territory because they just don't have time to give it back to Saline.
We're under 5 minutes now. It's crunch time for Bedford.
It is. I think we're going to see a few more passes, or at least I expect to, because the clock is running. And there he is. He's back. Quick pass. Unfortunately, I don't believe our defenders or their receivers are ready for that ball.
I don't think anybody was ready for that ball. I wasn't ready for the ball.
It was a quick hitter and whizzed by a few people there. So it's 4th and 9 with 4:34 remaining at the 48-yard line of Saline. This is probably it for Bedford. They've got to get a first down here, or Saline will take over on downs and be able to run the bulk of the clock out, is my guess. Back to pass. Chase by Wisniewski. He throws it. Caught by number 35. Just enough for a first down.
That's exactly what they needed. It was a big play. It was a drastic play, and he dropped back very deeply.
Zach Hornke on the catch. So 4:25 remaining. Bedford still has the ball in Saline territory. Hand off inside to Brown. Bulls his way forward to the 28.5-yard line. Monty Green on the tackle. Brings up 2nd and 2. Pitch to Pisani.
Wide open on the outside.
Yep. Carries it down to the Saline 12-yard line. Zan back in on the tackle, but it's first down to Bedford at the 12-yard line. Game's starting to get a little exciting. That's what I had anticipated. I thought it was going to be could be a close game. It didn't look like it, but Bedford's now making it interesting with 3:40 remaining here in the contest. Hand off to Brown, bulls his way in, touchdown.
Big statement.
Bedford's within 1. Score. 31-25 with the extra point coming. And I do believe we're going to see another onside kick.
Yeah. That's their chance. They can walk out of here winning the game.
Oh, yeah. As I said, Bedford didn't quit.
Nope.
South on to attempt the extra point. Somebody jumped. Somebody jumped. Offside against Saline. Penalty assessed on the kickoff. Kick is up. Kick is good. So that makes the score Saline 31, Bedford 26 with 3:32 remaining.
Saline's in a dangerous position now where they have to make sure they get the ball.
Because a touchdown puts Bedford ahead if they somehow get this onside kick.
Altogether, though, you look at Bedford, you look at Brown, what he did in those last 2 drives, he could be the sole reason why they move on. They get that kick in the W call.
Oh, exactly. Like you say, this is actually a great learning experience for the kids.
Oh, yeah.
You need these tough, exciting games, pressure situations, you know, see how they handle it. And I still believe I still believe we'll win. I think there'll be a positive outcome here, but you know, it's a good challenge for them.
Absolutely.
And this is what high school football is all about. So they will be kicking off from the 40-yard line. got it this time.
Yeah.
He tried a different version of the onside kick, but Saline was ready for it. And Saline takes over on the Bedford 49-yard line with 3:26 remaining here in the contest. Now they need to move the ball, keep the clock rolling, and get out of here with a W. But I'm pretty sure Bedford's defense is a little fired up. Just like their fans are. Screaming and hollering, and Saline's a little shell-shocked. They need their fans to start screaming and hollering here. Awful quiet down here.
Yeah.
Only one I hear cheering are Bedford and our cheerleaders. Timeout, Saline.
So like you said, it's a big moment here. Just got to move the chains a few times. Get the ball down towards the end zone, and by doing that, you can run the clock out, or better yet, you put it in the end zone with no time remaining.
Oh, exactly.
Last statement play to say to Bedford, hey, we're tough, we're tougher.
Oh, definitely. We'll see if Coach Falk's got a little riverboat gambler in him too. If he wants to try that play over the middle that we haven't gone to here in the second half. See if Bedford remembers that play, and see if but my guess is he's going to try and keep the ball on the ground, get a first down, make Bedford use their timeouts, and just get out of here.
Absolutely.
Monday gets the handoff, coming in motion, carries it down to the 46-yard line. Bedford is not using his timeout yet. Risky proposition by them because Saline is not going to be any hurry to run a play.
No, under 3 minutes now remaining in the fourth.
Yeah. Hand off to Scott. Bulling his way forward. Remind me a lot of Brown there. Carries it down to about the 42-yard line where it'll be 3rd and 3. And again, Bedford is not using a timeout. Now, Saline helped them a little bit on that one because they snapped the ball with 10 seconds remaining in the play clock. And I'm a little surprised by that, but see what they do. So Saline should snap this ball right around the 2-minute mark. Need 3 yards for a first down. Handoff, and he's short. Now Bedford calls the timeout.
There it is.
With 1:58 remaining. So with 1:58 remaining, Saline's got a decision.
Yeah.
And my guess is they're going to punt it. And then the defense has got a hold. And they got to try and make them have a long field.
Yeah, especially now you have to put up a stand and shut down Brown if you decide to punt it away.
Exactly.
But at the same time, Malaben,
yeah,
same guy you have to watch.
Exactly. Cropsey is on the punt. See if our gunners can get down there and down that ball. Hit them deep, make them go 90-plus yards, get that go-ahead touchdown if they're so inclined. Good punt again. Fumbled the ball inside the 10-yard line and is down at about the 7 or 8 yard line. So it will be a long field for Bedford. They're going to have to go 92 yards to get that go-ahead score with 1:50 remaining and 1 timeout.
Well, now's the time for Saline defense to really make that statement that we've been talking about all night. Yep. This is that moment. You can tell them. Fans are on edge. Everyone in the box here is on edge. We're all ready to see what's going to happen.
Oh, it's exciting. It's exciting football. Brown on the carry. Picks up about 4. Brings up 2nd and 6. That's the only thing with Bedford. If they're not willing to throw the ball with only 1 timeout, it's a long way to go if you're not getting big chunk yardage.
1:30 now.
So there's a big chunk. Brown gets a first down, carries it out to the 23-yard line. Connor Terrick on the tackle. So it'll be 1st and 10 with 1:20 remaining here in the game. Bedford seems composed. He's back. Oh, it was Mooski just shoots. Oh, actually it's not. It's Ashby.
Big hit by Ashby. Not only does that give Bedford a worse field position after that hit.
Oh, yeah.
Hornets are fired up after that.
And I do believe they called their last timeout. So with 1:10 remaining, it's 2nd and 15, deep in their own territory. That was a beautiful play. It sent the blitzer, and he just came untouched and from the blind side and never saw him.
Those are the type of hits that make football fun, honestly.
It is. Definitely it is. And that's why left tackles in the NFL make a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
They got to protect your blind side, and quarterback never saw him. Never couldn't feel him. It was just that quick. So let's see what they dial up here. It's clearly 4-down territory. So Bedford doesn't have to get it all back now, but they have no timeouts left. So now they got to use the sidelines and first downs to get down the field. He's back to pass again. He's rolling out. Pass is incomplete. Defended well by Isaac Zambek on that. Got a hand on that ball. Brings up 3rd and 15.
That brings up 3rd and 15.
With 1:05 remaining. This is the problem. If you're not a passing team, and Bedford's not historically a passing team, this makes it a challenge. Not that they haven't completed passes tonight, but they're not used to running this, where Saline's balanced offense would be better suited for this 2-minute drill. And that's a good thing for us.
Oh, absolutely.
Back to pass again, throwing it over the middle. Overthrew his receiver. 28 was the intended receiver. Luke Warnke. His brother Zach Warnke had made the big play earlier in one of the other earlier drives. They're a junior and a senior. This is the ball game right here for Bedford. If Saline holds them here, all they have to do is take a knee.
1 minute on the clock, 4th and 15.
The crowds are now fired up. The Saline parents and fans have been re-energized. They know what it means right here, and let's see if they can do it. Again, he's back to pass. Ball is tipped up, but stopped short of the first down, and Saline will take over on downs on the Bedford 25-yard line.
There it was. There was the defensive stand that was needed. Give the Hornets.
It is. You know, hey, again, these are the type of games that are good for Saline. They're going to be in tight games again, or they should be, depending on how they do the rest of the season. If they get in the playoff, you expect these type of close games. And how does your defense respond? And tonight they responded well.
Yeah.
So I expect us to take a knee a couple of times, or one or two times, and the ball game will be over. I'm surprised he's in the shotgun, but because then you can have bad snaps, but it worked, and so he takes a knee at the 30-yard line, and should be one more play. It'll be 2nd and 15 from the 30, and they have to take one more snap, and the ball game will be over. I guess they're thinking it's easier to take it out of the shotgun. Therefore, if you miss it, you got somebody behind you to cover it.
Absolutely.
One more snap, and that'll be the ball game. So final score will be Saline 31, Bedford 26, but a close game for one of your arch rivals.
Oh yeah, definitely. An excellent game altogether by both teams. But if you're sad that football is done today, next Friday we'll be back on the air versus Skyline. It'll be a home game once again. I won't be announcing it next time. It'll be Nathan Stearns with Mitch as well.
And we'll look forward to you guys tuning in. So for Patrick and myself, thanks for listening, and tune in next week.
Have a good night.